Meanwhile.
Oh, who is doing this? It's a kit car, but it's a clean vert 512 TR. What are we doing here? Hold on, I gotta check this out. Think Fiero.
Why are we doing that? Because
It's a nice kit, though.
Hey, that's what it's all about, being creative.
Yeah, I like it. All right, dude, so I've had a little sneaky suspicion that my fan hasn't been working as I've been running the car during comps and things like that. And I really wanted to try it out. So I just made these little extended leads, hook them up to the jumper box, and let's see what kind of action we got. Things are pulling good. Second suspicion that I had is that from there, that connection to right here where the other side is, it hasn't had a good contact. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just going to use those wires. I'm gonna put another side, a male side on the other end, and put them together that way until I could, or I could just cut it and extend it. Yeah, how about I do that? Well, no, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do that. Because what my suspicion has been are those connectors on those plugs are worn out and it's not making a snug connection. It'll go in and slightly pull out. So that's probably why my fan hasn't been working. Which is an awesome thing because that means this car has been operating and trying to keep itself cool without the fan running. So that's a good system in my books. But I'm gonna use this extension problem solver and we're gonna make this work. Today I've been a little bit busy. I decided not to film all the stuff because you guys have seen people work on their cars before, so F all that. Just put my splitters on and that's done because I kind of wasn't feeling the look without the splitters, so used to that. Changed oil and filter, topped off the clutch master and the brake master, and I just topped off power steering fluid. I've got a powered rack, but I just never had the fluid filled because I had a leak in it. And you know what? Let's fire it up and see if we got power steering. I really want to try power steering on this event. To bleed these, I'm probably going to need the car jacked up and turn the wheel left to right a million times. So I might... Damn, I don't want to do it, but I have to do it because that reservoir was dry.
One eternity later.
All right, I cycled it left to right, full lock to lock a couple times to try to get it pumped. It feels a little bit better, but I'm not able to tell until I'm in it with it on the ground and turning under some power. Cycling it left to right, full lock to lock, is what typically is supposed to be the way to bleeder, to get the fluid flowing from the reservoir there. So I've done it a couple times. I've got to do it a lot more. I forgot how many times we did it the last time I did it, but it was probably like 10 minutes of cycling left to right. Anyway, I'll probably finish that while I'm at the track, but I got the steering wheel set to dead center. I'm going to test the toe plates out. I know one of these are off, and I think it's this one. So I'm going to put the toe plates on it to see how we're looking and try to true it up, straighten them up, go zero toe. All right, so we got Jaylen helping. I'm laying here looking at other things, but so we got them set up, got the plate set up. Hold the plate, bro. All right, so what we do is we look at it, and when you look right here, you see that it's sliding in 73 5/8. So 73 5/8, and then on the back side, 73 1/4. So we know it's towed out, and it's time to correct that. All right, so this is the reason why. Here, get it so because you're in the shop. So this is the reason why we leave this cut out. I can get in there without jacking the car up. So we set on the inner tie rod. We bust the jam. All right. The reason that we leave this cut open, because other than that, we do it under the car. So we want to turn this tie rod in. We're turning it, the inner tie rod, into the outer tie rod, which is bringing the toe in on the vehicle. All right, I think that should be.
How come the wheels not scoot? Oh.
So what's happening is I just pulled the wheel inward. See the threads there?
Yep.
Those threads right there obviously were out more. Mm-hmm. Now we may or may not have done too much, but we're gonna test it and see. But so we tighten that up a wee bit. All right, and then what we have to do now, we'll move the plates because we got to move the car back and forth a little bit. I always feel like you're hell in my face. Are you zoomed in?
No.
Okay. We make the movement happen, then we check the steering wheel and make sure it's centered again. Mm-hmm. And then we check the alignment again to see where it's at. So we went in pretty deep on this one. If we have to make more adjustments, we'll do adjustments on the other side to even that out. What? I got a boogie. So we just rocked the car, right? And then we checked the steering wheel, make sure the steering wheel's centered. We moved it a couple times, and then set the steering wheel top dead. All right, that's good. So now,
Oh, shit.
this guy's goofy, man.
How?
So now we'll set the toe plates back up, and then we'll do the same measurement and check the toe and see how far we went. If we're pretty close, cool. If we went too far in, then we got to change and even it out, basically.
All right, so.
We got that done, and now it measures even.
It looks like it went inward.
Yep, that was the goal. But I believe we've got just about the same threads left. When you look at it, because of how the fenders are and the side skirt, it looks like it's towed out. But I'm looking at it down the door line, because the door is the straightest part of this side, and it looks like it's zeroed, which is pretty good. Let's check the other side. So we're looking at the other side. Looks like we've got the same situation. Everything on the toe plates shows 7 3/4 front, 7 3/4 rear. So we should be zeroed out. We're pretty good. Steering wheel is still straight, so I do believe we've accomplished that mission. Good job, man. Thanks for the help.
Ah,
Oh man, that sucked. Do another one.
there.
Come on, bro.
on,
That's
bro.
whack. Is it because the wings in the way? Give me. Awesome. All right. Well, everything's done. Nothing's seeping. Nothing's leaking. So whatever.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
It's
What?
leaking. It's down there.
What's
It's
leaking?
Not, it's not that one.
That was when I did the oil change, bud. Talking about the stuff that's on the ground?
Yeah, not.
Those little drops right there?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was when the drain plug, I let it sit there on the ground, so it left those little oil stains. Matter of fact, where is my brake? Oh. Okay, take that. In this gap right here, you see it?
Yeah.
All right, that's it. All right, cool. Thank you.